Early in the morning.
What's going on, the people? Them, it's your boy Cam, Topical Juice, and we are back with the next episode of Love Island. Now, guys, initial thoughts. I really want to see my fellow content creators on this YouTube thing call out Shaq the way I have been calling out Shaq. The guy is way too involved. I cannot believe I actually predicted what he was gonna do right at the start of the episode. Me and my mum both said it at the same time. When we saw Shaq talking about, this Jordan, if I want a girl if I'm putting effort with a girl, this, that, and the other, I'd want to get something back. And I called it. We said he's gonna take it upon himself to tell Jordan, Shaq, you have a big mouth and it's getting on my tits. Anyway, like the video, hit the bell to be notified for me. Press that subscribe button for me. Roll to 50k, we're nearly at 40k. Massive milestone, very proud. All of that merchandise in the description below. The episode starts with the new girl, Claudia, coming in. Now guys, right off the bat, I'm a big fan of Claudia. I think she's pretty, I think she's funny, I think she's got energy, I think she's got charisma, and I think she's already a great addition to the house. She came in with serious confidence. You have to have some serious balls to come into the villa and start doing that shit straight off the bat, licking Donny's faces and kissing them and all this, getting their hearts racing, and even successfully getting their hearts racing as well at that. You have to have balls to come in, not even know their names basically, well you do because you watch the show, but barely know them, and enter the way she did. I thought it was a decent performance, but yeah, I like the way she came in, extreme confidence. The girls were just staring at her, pissed. Boy, and then again, Olivia, how many, are you a broken record? I've never met a girl more insecure about her age. Olivia, shut up. How many times, I'm not the oldest in the villa. I'm not the oldest in the villa. Brother, shut the up. Oh God, Olivia is so frustrating. Always, I'm not, shut up. She obviously comes in and she's asking the boys about the dynamics, etc. Who's wifed off, who's wifed off. Shaq says he's wifed off, obviously. Will says he's wifed off. And then Ron basically says, listen, I'm wifed off as well. I'm not coupled up with her, but me and Lana, we're good to go. And you can tell he was looking up in the balcony as he's saying that, thinking, yeah, did Ron do good? Did I do good, yeah? Now the results of the challenge, right? Now I'm gonna do a disclaimer. I don't think the results are that deep, yeah? I don't think they're that deep. I feel like your heart can race for a number of different reasons. However, isn't it funny? Isn't it hilarious that Shaq's heart raced a lot for Tanya? And oh no, not Tanya's heart being raced by someone else. Not her kissing all these men in all the challenges. Not her disrespecting my man again. I really feel vindicated this episode, man. A lot of things I've said early on in the season are they're taking shape. But as I said, I'm not gonna put too much emphasis in this challenge. It's just funny because if she had behaved well earlier in the season, then this wouldn't have been that deep. It would have been circumstantial. But couple that with everything else Tanya's done. God. Kaya's heart was raised by Lana. Tom's was raised by Olivia. Yikes. Will's was raised by Jesse. We like that. Well done, lad. Jordan's was raised by Ellie. Ron's was raised by Claudia. And again, this clown Ron, why do you not know when to shut up as well? The same thing he did with the blindfold. I think I know who that one is. The same thing he did there, he's done here. He goes, oh, you are a beautiful girl. Bro, just shut up. Zip it. He just doesn't help himself, does he? He really is a clown. Again, Shaq's was raised by Tanya and Casey's was raised by Claudia. Now, Jesse's was raised by Casey. Yeesh. I mean, knowing Will, he's probably whispered in Jesse's ear. I don't blame you. Tanya's was raised by Tom. Sammy's was raised by Will. Again, player. Ellie's was raised by Shaq, and she was gassing him up when he first came out, to be fair. Olivia's was raised by Will. Player. Tanya was raised by Ron. Lana's was raised by Casey. Interesting, but we all know she ain't interested in him like that, so it's not that deep. Claudia and Casey get to speaking, and I thought, you know what, this is great timing for Casey. He's bust a serious case with her coming into this. Listen, all that moping around for 4 or 5 days of Alana, get back on the horse, as I said yesterday, and move on. And look at that, look what happened, perfect. People were onto me yesterday, oh, Cam, why are you onto Casey? Why are you onto Casey? This is all Ron and Lana's fault. Brother, you lot really want Ron and Lana to get out of here? What, so we can be left with who? Olivia? So we can be left with who? Boring Kai? What's wrong with you lot? Like, come we want to be entertained. So Ron and Lana must remain in the villa still. I mean, I don't really care about Lana too much, but at least Ron brings some entertainment. Anyway, I was on to Casey, rightfully so. All that moping around, and the next day he's got a new girl anyway. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, listen, just listen to your boy Cam. I've got the foresight, man. Ron and Lana are speaking on the balcony. He likes the outfit. He tells Lana that he's settled. Cool. They're getting on well. I'm happy that we didn't have a Ron and Lana episode this time though, I can't lie. The next morning comes around and they're talking about, oh yeah, Casey was the underdog in that one. And then Lana goes, isn't it under horse? Talk about a dumb blonde moment, man. Wow. Ron says it's cap that Claudia made his heart race, and I mean, whatever. Claudia doesn't have a usual type, but she describes Casey because she says that her type is long hair and blue eyes. That is literally Casey to a T, essentially. So I think that Casey and her will probably get on better. But then again, Tom is still in the mix, and Tom is interested as well, especially as they got the whole Northern thing going on. And I said, guys, I said it again. I said it yesterday. I said yesterday, yeah, Sammy is warming to him a lot more, especially as now Ron is settling with Lana. And you could tell they were getting more affectionate as days gone on. And she even admitted it in this episode that she's gone from liking him a little bit to liking him a lot. I mean, Tom ain't serious, man. Tom ain't serious. Tom ain't serious about none of them girls. He just likes a shiny new toy. I mean, I forgot all about Zara. Literally, I've genuinely forgot all about Zara and that whole saga. You get me? Like, he's moved on to so many shiny new toys, it's crazy. Now, Tanyel and Jordan speak here, and you can tell there's zero chemistry there. There's nothing going on. They're talking about overthinking. And I wrote down here, of all the conversations in a 24-hour day, guys, remember, that episode was 40 minutes with adverts, 45 minutes max. In an entire 24-hour day, you're telling me that conversation between Jordan and Tanyel was the most exciting bit of the day that they felt to show? Now, the reason they edited that year is because they set up the narrative at the end of the episode, the recoupling. I thought the recoupling came a bit too quick, and the reason they've done it, and the reason they were setting up that whole narrative is because, and the whole Shaq getting his big mouth and big nose in everyone's business once again, they're doing all that to set up Jordan picking either Tanyel or Ellie, because either Tanyel or Ellie are going home, and the narrative is it's going to be down to him basically in the recoupling next episode. This whole thing was just a constructed. This whole episode was a real producer-led episode, even down to the editing, guys. 1 minute, Tom's got his arm around Sammy like this, blah 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 blah, yeah. Blah. Next minute, it's there. And it's not like he was moving it. It was the way they were. It was the shots. The way they're editing it is like they're chopping and changing bits of the conversation to fit more narrative. Because the guy was 1 minute he's there, the very next scene afterwards, and it's just like, what is all this? What's all this? I don't like all this too much producer-led stuff. Tanyel has been honest about her dynamic with Jordan. She hasn't lied once. She said he's lovely, he's great. We get on very well, there's no awkwardness, but he lacks that cheekiness. There's not a spark there. Simple. She hasn't lied about that once, and that's fine. So I don't know why at the end of the episode, Olivia and that were really trying to dig out, like, oh, so is Jordan the person you're interested in here? Like, because Olivia and Shaq were bitching about Tanyel earlier, and now that's why Shaq's gonna get donut of the day, by the way. I'm gonna ruin it right now. Shaq is my donut of the day. And I don't even want to hear people in the comment section saying, yeah, because all of you lot in the comment section the other day when I've been onto Shaq is, no, I rate Shaq because Shaq calls Ron out for this. And no. I was right, yeah. The only reason you were backing Shaq for calling out Ron is because you lot dislike Ron. That's what it was. I was seeing past that. I don't have no bias. I was seeing past the dislike for Ron, and I was seeing Shaq for what he's actually doing. He is way too inner, guys. He is way too inner. Humble yourself, yeah, and focus on Tanya. Stop being. In fact, I'll get to it later, bro, because it's actually really annoying me, bro, because I feel like Shaq could have better PR, but he's starting to be too. It's too much, and him associating with Olivia like that, talking, it's not good, bro. I don't like that, man. Tom and Claudia speak, and he was saying how he was keen on Sammy, and now his head's not turned, but he was kind of like, it's his tap on the outside, etc., etc. Shaq and Tanyel speak. I think he's talking to her, yeah, about he doesn't really want Jordan to waste his time and all this stuff. And this whole time I'm thinking, fam, what has it got to do with you? Yeah, you can argue, oh yeah, they're friends and that. Nah. He did the same thing with Casey. He's doing the same thing. He's just too inner, guys. Far too much. Claudia is chilling with Casey and she gets a text that she gets to take 2 boys on a date. And we knew it, Tom and Casey. Now, the date with Tom was good. They get on well. They're talking about how, yeah, they still live at home and blah, blah, blah. And she kept banging on about this thing like, oh, if you date me, you date my family. Now, me personally, yeah, I don't really like all that. I'll be honest with you. Now, it's great that someone can be close with their family. But me, like, if I like someone, I don't care what my family think, innit? And that's straight up. Straight up. And like, if I like you and my mum hates you, that's her problem, innit? You know what I'm saying? I mean, she's next door. That's my mum's problem. Or that's my brother's problem or whatever. Like, if I like you, it is what it is. You ain't got to impress my family. All you got to do is impress me, and that's all that matters. That's the way I deal with relationships. But I'm not cussing her out for that though. I think it's great that she's family orientated, and I really like to get on her. She's cool peoples already. I don't know who her dad is. Once again though, Love Island bringing in celebrity daughters again. As in what? Or celebrity kids again. These lot are already rich guys. These lot have already got clout. Like, just bring some normies back in again, please. Just bring the normies back in. We don't need celebrity children in every season now. It's getting played out, but she's cool though, as I said. Her date with Casey was good. They were getting on well. The chat was nice. She likes his smile. She likes his energy. She likes his eyes, all that stuff. They were getting on well. I believe she'll probably go for Casey. But it depends though, because I feel like if Tom actually sticks it on her, yeah, I feel like she would actually go for Tom. But because Tom's low-key with Sammy, and it's going to be, naturally by default, he's going to give a half-hearted effort. Even though he's open to getting to know her, I feel like naturally Casey will put more in. He's naturally going to put his all in because he's just been mugged off by Lana. So he's obviously going to want, he's fully single. He's going to want to put his all into it. So it makes sense for Casey to go with Claudia to get that. It makes sense for them two to go together, you feel me? Now guys, this is where I'm actually just going to give donut of the day to Shaq, because Shaq, yeah, well, it's for everything he did this episode, bro. Mainly his interaction with Olivia, because they're speaking about the Tanya and Jordan situation again. And I'm thinking, what? Why are you talking about this? Now, don't get me wrong, guys. I believe the producers told them to talk about this a little piece. But still, you don't have to play the game that producers always want. I reckon they probably said, oh, guys, at some point, can you speak to so-and-so? You know what, I'm giving them a little bit of an out for that. I'm assuming the producers kind of steered that. Shaq, you should be grateful that I'm even allowing you that. You know what I'm saying? Because really and truly, I really think you're just too inner, bro. You feel like you have a place in everyone's business. You feel like you have a place in everyone's relationship. And I've been seeing it, guys. I've been seeing it for a good few days now. I think about 4 or 5 episodes I've been seeing this. And because I like Shaq, yeah, I've been kind of giving him the benefit of the doubt in my mind, but nah. I saw what I saw and I'm spot on. They're just talking about the dynamic and just not bitching about it, but they're just kind of like, what are you doing? What are you talking to Olivia for about this? Olivia thinks she's a queen bee, stirring a ting and this, that and the other. Always trying to push the narrative that Tanya and Ron should be together or this, that and the other. Like, I didn't like any of that. Olivia's sitting there like, oh yeah, I'm just, after Spencer got kicked out the island, I'm just a bit more wary of Tanya. Like, especially with her and boys. And I'm just like, oh my God, I hate you. I hate you. But anyway, going back to Shaq, I don't like how Shaq had to take it upon himself to go and say, oh, you know what, if I was moving to a girl and she wasn't interested, I would like to know. I would like it if you had told me. No! Leave it up to Tanyel. They're literally trying to work out whether Jordan's clearly trying to get to know her. Let Jordan ask Tanyel himself, like, Tanyel, how do you feel about me? At least give the girl a chance to say, you know what, the first date was great, but I didn't really have that spark. You like the cheekiness. I'm sorry, I don't feel the same. But no, you took that away from Tanyel. I don't rate that. You took that opportunity away from Tanyel, Shaq, and I think that's a proper bitch boy move. Because now, yeah, now you're kind of, because obviously him and Tanya, again, Tanya's now getting involved as well. I don't like this. As soon as they told him, that kind of immediately, even if Tanyel hasn't done anything wrong, it makes it look like she has, sorry. And now there's a recoupling, conveniently, and the boys have got a pick. Conveniently, she's now potentially vulnerable because Jordan may pick Ellie now. His heart was racing the most. She kissed him, all this stuff, and now he's been told that she ain't interested. I think that's a proper bitch boy move, and I don't rate that at all. Honestly, guys, I'm really not happy with Shaq in this one. Now, the feedback of the day comes around, and she basically just says that Tom really made her belly laugh, and Casey makes her smile. Now, guys, we owe Tom an apology, myself included. We all said he was boring, and we all said he had no personality. But I picked up on something about a week and a half, 2 weeks ago. Someone said he was really funny, and I said it in my video, funny? He's boring as shit. But as time's gone on, everyone says he's funny. It's universally agreed in the villa that Tom is funny. And we owe him an apology. He actually is more funny than we gave him credit for, and everyone can see it in the villa. So we were all wrong about that one there still. From Tom's point of view, he said he's not sure if there's a spark there, but he's prepared to give her a chance. And as we said, Casey will be more all in, and Tom will probably be half-hearted. Now, Jordan, Shaq, and Tanya speak. And I've already kind of made reference to this. I'm already frustrated as it is. But Tanya basically told Jordan what Tanya had been saying in regards to her feelings towards Jordan. And, you know, Shaq basically says, you know, to Jordan, if I was putting in effort with a girl, I'd want to know. I don't buy it, guys. I just think he wants to be involved in everything, and he's just got a big mouth. He can't keep it in. He just has to get involved and say have his piece in everyone's dynamic. I just don't think it's good. Look, Tom and Sammy speak, and yeah, he says he sees something in Sammy, but he wants to see more because, you know, the time's kind of short here. You don't really know when you're gonna go home, so he kind of wants it to be a bit more intense. Now, obviously, she was a bit of a slow burner, but as I correctly predicted yesterday, she is opening up to him a lot more, and I believe that she probably will give him a bit more as the days go on. But at the end of the day, yeah, Tom's still like, oh, you know, I'd be silly if I didn't give the other girl a chance. And it's kind of like, I get it is Love Island at the end of the day. I can't even be mad at it. It's just everyone's just so open to give all these people new chances, and I just don't think, clearly they're not proper suited to each other in it. They're close in age, Sammy and Tom, because obviously Claudia's like 28 and she's like 5 years older than Tom. So I've already mentioned the whole edit thing. That was a weird edit. His arm was up, his arm was down. Didn't really get that. Now, yeah, Casey and Claudia speak. They're getting on well. And then Tanyel and Olivia and a couple other people are there. I don't think Tanyel was clocking what they were doing, because they were kind of digging information from her. They were like, oh, so is Jordan the only one that you're kind of interested in here? Because Olivia already thinks that she's doing it for convenience when Tanyel's already said she's not interested in Jordan. But she was kind of like, yeah, I suppose. Like, if basically what she meant is if she's interested in anyone, it's obviously going to be Jordan, innit? And then Olivia's like, is there anyone else? Anyone else? And she's like, nope. And you can tell Olivia was really just stirring, trying to dig some information. I just think, honestly, and the fact that Shaq was associating himself with Olivia in that fashion, bitching and moaning and bitching, and I don't rate that at all, man. I really don't. Ultimately, guys, there's a recoupling coming up, and as I said a minute ago, what's going to happen is the vulnerable ones are going to be Ellie or Tanyel. But the way you have to bear in mind, guys, we're 48 hours live. So like whatever happened in tonight's episode, that happened 2 days ago. It's happened. So the editing, what they edited it in a way because they already know what's gonna happen. Do you understand? So that's why I'm concerned that Tanyel is gonna go home. I'm concerned that Tanyel is gonna go home because of the way that whole narrative of today's episode went, guys. I've got a bad feeling about this. But maybe, just maybe, Jordan might save her as a friend. But then this is Love Island, and but then again, he said that Ellie won't work on the outside. It's not his usual type. So I think he should dump Ellie. It's tight. I understand both, but obviously from a personal bias point of view, I think he should dump Ellie and let Tanyel have a chance. I've probably missed a few things, guys, but I think that was most of the episode. It wasn't the best episode. It was okay. It was okay. So yeah, let me know your thoughts, guys. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you on the next video. What the hell do I know, man? I'm just a fantastic looking man in his 20s. Peace.